Alright, well, I think this will be the last card I need for this deck. I mean, good old pawns for my crawlers. Okay. I think that looks good. I think that looks good. Alright, we're gonna go with that deck today. I just gotta finish one thing. Gotta get the boy out, and then we're gonna get ourselves into some Krawler duels. It's gonna be amazing, I tell you.
Oh yes, we're gonna have so much fun today. Hello everyone on YouTube and welcome to the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we play with a different deck of cards every single day. Today is the 92nd day of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I am your host, Crazy Memphis. Can you believe Memphis won't let me on the channel? He's such a mean person to me, and today I am hijacking the channel for you, my little snugglets. Yes, I'm going to be taking over the channel in order to play the Krawler deck, a deck of malicious machinations revolving around insects that flip themselves face up and down. It's a deck full of wicked schemes, you might say. Although they're bugs, and I don't like bugs, but we're ignoring that for the fact that this deck has many a different card for many a different play in order to make our opponent question everything about life, and that's what I like to see. So, we're going to be going into today. We're going to be playing this deck, showing off combos and wombos, and what do's, and what you shouldn't be doing. And big shout-outs to, I suppose, who asked for this one? A hardy bro. I see, a brother that is hardy, one might say. Well, the Krawlers can be quite hardy themselves, so it's somewhat appropriate, I'd say. So, we'll be going into today, we'll be showing off this deck and having a most wicked good time indeed. That's right. So, let's not talk anymore. We have much more talking later. For now, let us begin the duels. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the first duel of the day. We're not going first, which is unfortunate. I like to go first. It is I who should be going first, not he, but it's whatever. Let him imagine that he actually stands a chance. We could be merciful like that, can't we? But no, in honesty, why not? Why not let him go first? That way he actually has a chance to play. Let the little baby play as he plays his, what are these, photons and photons? Particles of light, one might say. It matters very little to me. Let him search his cards. Let him get what he wants. I have a hand that's prepared to stop literally everything he wants to do. All I really need is a crawler monster. I have all of the cards and none of the crawlers. Isn't that funny? But yes, what is this? Galaxy Photonic Dragon. I don't care very much. I have this large rock. It all boils down to a large rock at sometimes in the day. Sometimes one must have a big rock. Regardless, what is this doing? I don't really care. I'm not going to bother reading your cards. No one needs to read. All you need to do is think. Thinking is all you really need to do. And all you need to do is think the thoughts that are the right thoughts. The thoughts that I tell you are the right thoughts. Yes, indeed. But regardless, what is his player playing? He is going to be searching at his monsters, searching at cards. The photons, you say. I saw a dragon, many dragons, many cards and many dragons. And you'll be trying to summon out as many monsters as possible, but as soon as he starts making too many monsters, I do have this large rock. So, I think that'll work just fine. It'll work just fine indeed. Alright, get your Emperor, the Emperor of Light. Pretentious, I tell you. Quite pretentious, very well. So you have your Soldier of Light. That's fine. I don't need to worry about anything at the moment. My opponent shall summon forth all of his creatures, and he has quite a few creatures on the board. Let's see, he's going to get rid of a card of mine ExtraDeck. Unfortunate, I suppose. Let's see here. How about a rock? I mean, a large rock. Quite the stone, one might say. I shall summon a stone. Here is a stone for you. Your stone will be quite large, but I don't really care. I can remove this from the board whenever I please. All I need is one of my crawler monsters, and it'll be easy. Alright, banishing one of my cards. Which will you banish? I'm curious. What do you think I care about? You think I care about that card? No, I don't. I don't care about it at all. Don't need it. Don't even want it. All right, what do we have here? All right, Krawler monster. As we like to have upon our hand, let us summon forth Krawler ranvier. Yes. Yes, why not summon forth a Krawler? I see no reason not to. And I shall put this in attack mode. Yes, 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 indeed. And I can summon forth creatures, but I don't need to summon any of those. Instead, we shall strike that monster down. Why not? We shall attack with our ranvier, and I have spright pixies. A little pixie to come fly into your ear and whisper naughty things and destroy your monster with ease. There you go. So that's how it goes. All of my opponent's machinations matter nothing to me, for I'm the master of machinations. Very. So we'll set 2 cards face down in our turn. And that will work just fine. And let's see. Do I want to summon anything else? No, I don't need to. I'm fine. Quite fine indeed. What can my opponent do? For this card does nothing at the moment. And he has nothing else upon his board. Let's see here. What does this do? Photon advancer, you say? Fanciful indeed. Fanciful indeed. I shall be changing your effect. I use the mind meld. Your mind is mine, child. Oh, there's nothing but nachos and Mountain Dew in here. I don't care for it. It is an empty space. Regardless, with the power of mind meld, my opponent must now return one of my Krawlers to mine hand. Rather, it's any face-up monster, but is he going to give me the rock back? Perhaps, perchance. There's a chance of that. Would he give me this back? I doubt it, though. I rather do. And now that my opponent has done so, my Krawler will activate its special power, summoning 2 Krawlers from my deck. It can be whatever Krawler I desire. So I shall summon forth the deus-x. And, which other Krawler do I want? I'm spoiled for choices. I'm going to get this one. Krawler receptor. We'll get that one, because it searches out more Krawlers, don't you know? Why not plus off of my opponent's misfortunes? That's the name of the game, isn't it? Alright, so you're going to do that again? Very well, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Go ahead and activate it again. That's fine with me. I mean, that's why I have this little girl here. I'm just going to say no to it. And my opponent has surrendered their soul to me. I'm going to destroy your fucking soul. Anyway, my opponent has surrendered. That's the name of this deck. We're using our Krawler's effects to annoy our opponent into surrendering themselves to us. And that's what we like to do. You know, I don't need my opponent to play. It's my game, and I shall play the game. So, let us go for the second opponent of the day. Let us see who else we can toy with. Alrighty, now it's time for the second course. Yes, let us go forth, and let's see. Can I go first? Rock. So many rocks. So many rocks. I don't even know. There you go. I knew that would work. Sort of fringe benefit, you know. Alright, so our opening hand is quite nice. I like this hand quite a lot. I like it quite a bit. Let us activate. Let us summon forth this creature, our receptor. Our favorite monster. We have the Soima. A very nice monster. You know, some might say, what's as high as an elephant's eye? And I would say, limiting yourself to one answer is a foolish thing. Many things are as high as an elephant's eye if you lift it up high enough. And of course, you can always bring the eye of the elephant down to your level. It's all about perception and perspective and all those things. Limit your brain no longer. All right. Let's get ourselves a couple monsters onto our field. Let's see here. What do we want to get? I'm going to get the spine. I'm going to get... Axon. Why not? We'll get all of our monsters face down. You like to stop your monsters face down, of course. We want to have them face down. We don't want our opponent to know what we have, of course. Don't want them to know, but we'll activate the survivor of the world's legacy. The world? I see. Little do you know that's what I wanted you to do. One less hand crap for you to play. Very well. Fine. I'm fine with this, for I have my own hand trap. What will you do to that? We'll see whether you can mess with the elephant's eye, little boy. Or girl. Probably a girly boy. Boyish girl, perhaps. I don't know the differences. Regardless, what are we up against? Let's see. I see. No. I shall activate my mind's meld. I don't know what does this do. You're not going to be searching anything. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Look at all these silly little cards my opponent has. Look at all these silly cards. I should have left the monster face up. It doesn't really matter too much. Not really. I can still make all the things I want next turn. So my opponent has ran out on his little Horus card and immediately surrenders. What a baby! Oh, you have to love babies, though. They just fit right in your mouth, though. But regardless, then my opponent surrenders. So we will do many more opponents then. If my opponent's going to surrender like that, it's because they're a little wussy. All right, little lamb chop. It's time for the third duel. Time for the third course of the day. And I should go first, as I like to do. All right. It's quite the fine hand, quite a spiffy hand, a beautiful hand, full of so many purples and blues. And we'll set all these cards face down and we'll end our turn. It's very easy for me to set up a board that my opponent will just have so much trouble having to deal with. I have my receptor, I have this lovely little cannon, and my opponent is going to summon, what is this? Control no monsters. I control a monster, it's right here. Here, let me show you my monster. That way you know all about it. I shall flip forth my receptor. My plans laid bare, so my opponent would believe. And so now I shall use Receptor's ability to search myself out Soima. That way I can start doing the link summons. I haven't even summoned the links. But that's the plan. That's what I would like to do. I can tell you this because you and I are close like lovers. But my opponent, he doesn't need to know that. He will never need to know. Very well, what is this? Light stage. Adding a Trickstar monster, you say? Very well. Adding a monster from your deck to your hand. As one must do. Candina. Can you do it? I don't know. Alright, so Candina will summon itself. And I shall be activating my daruma cannon to flip everything face down again. Everything must be face down now. And you can search out his Lilybell. I cannot. Go ahead, summon your Lilybell. What does it do? It can attack directly. And it can recover your cards, I see. Very well indeed. Alright, call the darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend, indeed. Very delicious. What did he banish? Dark Lords. Dark Lords, light and darkness combined, you say? How very scrumptious for a very fine fire meal. And my opponent has done nothing. I will take it. I shall flip forward my receptor and search myself another card. Because why not? I see no reason not to. I saw no reason not to do this. Go ahead. Do something about it. Do something about it. Quite. Very well. Let's see. I shall summon forth. I'm going to get... So many options. So few things. I'm going to get... this one. Deus-krawler. We'll get our deus-krawler indeed. And we're going to activate our Soma's effect. We'll flip our receptor face down once more and get more cards. Get many more cards, many more bugs. Flood the world with our bugs. And then what will you do? I shall reduce my level by 4 and summon forth more bugs. And if he stops it, I still have other plays I can make. Alright, what does it do? Send a Dark Lord, take control of a face-up monster through the end phase. Very well. It doesn't stop my effect from activating, though. Alright, so. Let us summon this one. And this one. We're going to summon them both. Let's summon this one face down. Well, I'll flip it face up. Summon this one face up because I'm going to do the links. Very good. Very good indeed. Now we'll summon forth a Girsu. When it's summoned, I can summon forth a trap to my graveyard. And that's what we'll do. We'll set the mind meld to the graveyard. And then I'm going to activate my pawns to flip glial face up. We'll flip that face up. Get myself another monster. Ooh. And we're going to summon X-krawler here. You want it face down, though. Very important. Put it face down. Very important indeed. Let's see here. Let me think about this. Many things I could do. I already have all the cards I need, so I don't need this card. I'd rather get Krawler more than anything. So that's what we'll do. We'll summon forth our Krawler. It will activate. Not really much else we can activate at the moment that I really need to activate. I can get another monster from my grave face down, but I already have all those, so we'll just attack. I shall strike down my opponent's monsters. Let's attack Lilybell and go from there. Destroy Lilybell, and let's see. These are both rather large. I'd rather get rid of this one, though. I'll get rid of that one. Why not? Very well, and we should be fine from there. We'll end our turn, and I get my monster back. Thank you. And now that I have another Krawler, all of my monsters will get 300 attack and defense points. The more Krawlers on the board, well, the worse it gets for my opponent. And my opponent surrenders. Oh well. A fine meal spoiled by rancid meat. But that's the economy for you. Regardless of that, that's more of what the Krawlers are doing. We are setting our monsters, interrupting my opponent, and then the more monsters I have, the less chances they have to survive. So, it is alright. I was going to flip up this X-krawler, stop all of his monsters on the field from using their effects. That would have been quite lovely. Quite lovely indeed. But regardless, let's go for one more. I want to do one more. For you, my little lamb chops. Yes, one more morsel for the grave. Time for dessert. Yes, the fourth duel, dessert time. We're going second. But I have all the things I'd like to have, and so this is fine. What does it do? Hyper Stadium, adding another monster, you say. All right. Perfect ace. Ooh. Ooh, indeed. Little warriors. Alright, so midfielder. Perfect ace. I see. Not a lot, is it? Not a lot, as you might expect. And, of course, I was prepared for this. I knew this guy was on top of my deck. So we'll just bait out his little monster. Your monster is negated now. I hope you didn't need it, because you don't get it. And yes, we shall use our Soima as we do and flip our monster face down and summon more monsters from our hand. Our hand, our deck, whichever deck we wish, decks 1 through 5. And so Soima will do its thing. Very nice. My opponent had this very nice monster. He was hoping that it would save him. No. You cannot stop the invasion, the encroaching, tangling, tingling feels of chaos. No, you cannot escape that. Don't you understand? The sooner you understand that, the better it'll be for you. I see. So you had a card of your own. Okay, I can live with that. I'm fine with this. Very well. Your turn. My opponent will stop me as I stop them. It's a little dance, don't you see? A little dance for our dessert. A little dance that'll signal the end. Let's see. What does it do? Suppose I could just do that. Why not? Yes, I shall stop you from playing that card. I hope you didn't need that card, because now you don't have it anymore. Very good. So now he has another monster, but that's fine. I don't care. I have 2 monsters, you're 2 monsters. Therefore, it's all even. What does this do? Powered Jersey. Attacks twice. 1,000 attack. Doubles the damage. Oh no! Whatever will I do? So much damage! Oh, hug me! Ah, you think that scares me? Of course it doesn't. That doesn't worry me at all. What are you going to do? Destroy receptor? hardly even matters. Hardly even matters. But now I will get to search another monster. And I shall get another Soma. That way I can do the whole process all over again. Very well. Go ahead. Destroy my monsters. You'll lose your monster next turn regardless of what you do. Very good. So my opponent has done his little play. His monster will then go back to his hand, I see, for this monster again. And this will go back to his hand. Very well. Very, very well indeed. All right. I've seen your play. I have seen your play, but I have a play of my own. So what will you do now? What can you do now? You've already summoned all your monsters. Very good. All right. Let us summon forth our monster and do as we did before. We use this on Soma and bring out our monster once more. What will you do, little man? Ah, see, now you will use your effect. Very well. You may have stopped my little monster, but guess what? I have more monsters to be little. See, you've already put your monster into defense mode because you're scared. Look how scared you are. I shall use my pawn's effect. We're going to go ahead and shuffle a monster into the deck. Switch my monster face down once more. What say ye to that? You may have the midfielder, but I have glial, which will summon a monster from my grave. The monster being receptor. Receptor summoning more monsters. Yes, you might be able to switch your monsters back and forth, but you already discarded your spiker, so you can't do it again. Oh, you silly little boy. You silly, silly little boy. Now I shall summon back my monster. Face down even. Buy one, get two free. There you go. So now what will you do? You have this little ace, but it's not doing you much good now, is it? Not especially. So we'll use Receptor's effect once more. And I shall get the spine. I would get Soma, but I need the spine. I like the spine. The spine has not done enough. The spine can do more, and it shall. So now what will you do? You have nothing left. You will lose your monster next turn. And I shall set forth the spine. And let's see. During my opponent's turn. So he can't stop me on his turn. What a shortcoming you have to yourself. Shall end my turn there. That's plenty. Thank you. And now in the standby phase, you will lose your monster. His power drains and wanes. Therefore, you won't have it anymore. Now what can you do? You have your ace. But is your ace strong enough to stop me? No. It is not. Oh, this card is so devilishly wicked. I love it. Alright, but now it is time for my opponent to suffer. I shall summon forth the spine, and as you would expect from such a creature, he will rip this monster's spine out. Make it a little house dressing gift. Very good. Yes, I don't need the extra deck. I shall use my pot. I don't need the cards of my extra deck. I hardly use them. 1, 2, skip a few. Get rid of more cards I don't need. Come on. I would like to see my Soma, please. I've purposely not looked. What will I search? Yes, there's that Soma. I knew he would be number 6. Not quite the number 9, but it's close enough. Let's get our Soma. That way we'll be able to summon out a few of our link monsters. I shall search them out. Go forth, Soma. Flip the spine face down. Down face yet again. So we'll get our Soma. And we'll put ourselves to 2 more monsters. Very good. Oh, I see. A tricky little one, aren't you? You know what? That's fine. I can't... Let's see. Nah. Nah. No. No, I could flip myself face down, but I don't see a point to it. That's fine. My opponent has no cards left. I hardly see the point. I'd say I've done more than enough, because now my opponent has no cards but the one on their board. And this doesn't do anything for him. It has already used its power. It has already expended all its resources. Forming another field spell. Alright. The same or the other? The other, you say? Let's see. Well, that won't do you much good now, will it? Nope. It'll do you little good once I get rid of your field spell. It's time for Soima to use its effect. You've struggled a little bit better than I expect. But unfortunately for you, the game is now over. The game is now mine. I shall set this one face down and this one up face. That'll work. So, we'll go ahead and flip our monster face up. Axon will get rid of his field spell, and from there my opponent will run flat out of luck. We'll get rid of all of his cards, and I'll flip up another monster. Let's see, I still have my normal summon. Very nice. So let us summon forth our Krawler. We shall normal summon our receptor. And, well, it won't be perfect. I don't have the monsters in the right zones. I don't. But who cares? Who really cares? Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. I could special. Let's see. 2, 4. Math is science, and I don't get science. Let's see. 46. Let's see. 58. 60, 72. I believe that's quite enough a game. Right there. So, yes, we shall go for a game right there. A most lovely dessert, I must say. My opponent, well, he struggled just enough for me to get all nice and excited, but regardless, it was not enough to stop the Krawlers. The crawling madness takes you, little boy. It's a good day. Let's go for the end of it. And so, my little lamb chops, it is so sad. It is the end of the day, and I must leave you now. I must leave you, but the Krawlers, they did quite well for little maggoty bugs. They were able to flip themselves face up and face down, which is what they do. They flip up and they flip down. They flip to the left, they flip to the right. They flip up and they flip down. And that's what I would like to see. So, very much appreciated, little babies. Very much appreciated that you would join your best friend, Crazy Memphis, for this lovely evening of card games. Don't forget to stop by next time, and the next time, and the next time after that. Because I know you wouldn't want to leave your friend, would you? Of course not. No, of course not. But there are still 7 more days of the 100 days. You must stop by. The rest will be quite nice, including the Highlander deck for tomorrow. Ah, yes. That'll be quite the show. Regardless, I must go, for I just heard that Memphis is coming back, so I'll see you all again in the future. Take care, my little lamb chops. I love you. Who the hell moved my chair? Alright, time to do the Krawler deck. Hello everybody on YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis XLR8.